Alright, so I'm not even hyping this up, but like, we're absolutely cooked. We're about to re-experience the GPU shortage nightmares from 2021, except this time, it's gonna hit everyone like a f***ing train.
Where am I? What was that?
So, Nvidia's cutting RTX 50 series production by up to 40% in the early 2026. Yep, you heard me right. 40%. That's nearly half of the total production. Do you know how much that is? And before you think, oh, it's just Nvidia being Nvidia, AMD just announced they're raising all GPU prices by 10%. And even Intel is getting squeezed too. Chat, we're absolutely cooked. Multiple Asian supply chain sources, including board channels and Benchlife, are confirming Nvidia's cuts. The cards getting hit first: RTX 5070 Ti and the 5060 Ti 16GB, which is the only ones normal people can actually afford. Meanwhile, AMD is hiking prices by around $20 for 8GB cards and $40 for 16GB models. And this is just the first wave. There's apparently a second price increase coming that could add another $85 on top. And here's why this is so bad. DRAM prices are up to 171% year over year. Samsung and SK Hynix, who basically make all the memory chips in the world, are only fulfilling 70% of the orders right now. Smaller manufacturers and distributors are being told to expect only 35 to 40% fulfillment through the first quarter of 2026. Memory manufacturers can't keep up because AI companies are buying everything, and GPU manufacturers are stuck fighting over scraps. And if you already know that, Micron discontinued their entire crucial consumer lineup to focus on AI production. Samsung's raising prices and Dell's bumping PC prices up to 30%. This is affecting literally every single piece of hardware that needs memory, which nowadays is everything. Korean media outlets are now reporting that possibly both AMD and Nvidia are considering to discontinuing their budget and mid-range gaming GPUs entirely because the profit margins are too slim with these insane memory costs. We're talking about killing off the 60 class and the 50 class cards, which are the ones that most people actually buy. This isn't just speculation anymore. Power Color literally put out a statement urging gamers to buy GPUs this holiday season before the prices explode in 2026. Here's the thing that makes this way worse than 2021. Back then, it was crypto miners and scalpers. This time, it's actual supply constraints and these AI companies hugging memory chips and taking away manufacturers who's hungry for profit. Also, a little bit off topic here, but if you enjoyed the video so far, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if we can hit 20k before 2026, then I'm going to eat cat food in a day. Anyways, let's get back to it. The worst part is there's nowhere to run. You can't just switch to Team Red because AMD is hiking prices and likely cutting production too. Intel's Battle Mage cards are dealing with the same memory constraints, and the three manufacturers are getting hit by the exact same shortage at the same time. And reports suggest that they're all considering the same solution: cut the cheap cards and focus on the high-margin products. Right now, there's still a decent stock of RTX 50 cards in AMD's current lineup. Launch shortages have mostly cleared, so if you were planning to upgrade anyways, the next month or two might be your last window before everything goes to hell. Once 2026 hits, these production cuts kicks in across the board. Then we'll be back to the dark days where we can barely buy any GPUs. And the timing couldn't be worse. Nvidia's not launching the new RTX 60 series until 2027. We're getting RTX 50 super refreshes in 2026. Except there are already rumors that those might get cancelled too because of the memory shortage. AMD's RDNA 5 got pushed back to early 2026 to the third quarter of 2026 because of supply issues. And Intel? Oh man, Intel is in the most awkward position too. They finally got their Arc GPUs to a point where people are actually considering to buying them. The Arc B580 came out and people were genuinely impressed. They hit that 1% market share milestone, which sounds pathetic until you remember they were basically 0% not long ago. They've got this bigger Arc B770 card that everyone's been waiting for, and now they're trying to launch it into the teeth of the worst memory shortage in recent history. The Intel Arc B770 apparently needs 16GB of GDDR6 memory. Well, good luck with that. And as I said, this GPU shortage is different from 2021. Why is that? Well, in 2021, it was artificial scarcity. scalpers, miners, and bots creating fake demand. This time, the manufacturers are actually struggling to get memory chips now. And because of that, it's gonna be hard to make enough cards because they can't source the GDDR6 and GDDR7 memories. And what? Memory manufacturers have around like 2 to 3 years more until those fabs are done? Or are those gonna be useless too because AI companies are possibly gonna take all the memory chips from them because low-key, they're making more money selling to AI companies than us consumers. And it gets worse too. Some analysts are saying that the shortage could last between 2027 or 2028 or possibly even longer if demand from AI doesn't slow down. We're not looking at 6-month blip. We're looking at years of tight supply and raising prices across GPU manufacturers. So, what do you actually do? If you have a GPU and can afford it, then buy it now during the holiday sale. This might be the last time you'll see reasonable prices and availability for a long time. If you're waiting for those 16GB cards and hoping one of the manufacturers undercuts the others, understand that budget cards are first on the chopping block for everyone. Nvidia, AMD, and Intel, they're all facing the same constraints and making the same decisions. There's no savior coming. Well, possibly China. But the current DRAM situation is deteriorating daily and nobody can tell when will it improve. 2026 is shaping up to be an absolute disaster for PC building across the board. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.